Okay, folks, this is a big day for me. Been riding electric assist bikes now for about 3 years, and this is going to be a huge upgrade. We just got the AddMotor M850 P7. This is the same as the 850, but it's the upgraded model with the 750 watt motor. So I thought you'd like to see what kind of box this thing arrives in, and we're going to open it up, see what's in it. Okay, just opened up the box, just one end, and just looks like everything's a little bit loose in there. Traveled a long ways. I noticed there's a little loose screw right there, but let's keep going and we'll see. Okay, just opened up the box. It looks like it had quite a ride on the way here. Things look like they're a bit disarray, but looks like an accessory box. Front tire. Looks like everything's zip tied together. So we're going to unzip tie this thing and kind of show you the parts as they come out of the box. Okay, getting there. Definitely have a pair of nips for the wire ties and a good razor knife because there's a bunch of tape and zip ties on this thing, but we're getting there. Okay, briefly read the manual, and step one is install the front tire. These are just a few tools, and so far everything looks good, unscratched. The bike looks beautiful so far. Okay, got the tire on, took about 5 minutes. I did have a question. They have these little clips down here, right there, and the instructions didn't talk about it at all, but I figured out that that's the only place it can go. So it goes on the outside. Let's put the handlebars on. Okay, I have it standing up on the kickstand, and I just found the key. It's zip tied right in the slot for the seat. All right, I just found the other key. It's zip tied into the handlebar neck. Okay, got the handlebars installed. That also took about 5 minutes. They did have a couple of questions right here. This wire, it wasn't really clear where it went, but once I started messing around with the options, it clearly goes over this mount here. Of course, you could undo it and feed it through that way. Also, when I first opened it, this wire was so tight, I went down here and just pulled and gave it a little more play. But that's on straight and looking good. Okay, the seat went on just fine. It was easy, no tools required. Went right on. I haven't sat on it yet, so I have no idea of the height. But the next thing we're going to do is put the pedals on. Okay, pedals also went on just fine. I believe the pedals are, plastic, but they seem really good quality. I think they are plastic. Anyways, they went on just fine. Make sure you have metric tools available. This took a 15mm wrench. Went on just fine. Not sure what's next. I will say that the assembly manual is pretty good for being from China. They're a little vague, but the pictures are really good. I'm impressed so far. Let's see. We got to start charging the battery. Let's read about that. Okay, read all about the charger. It's a standard charger. Plug it in, turns green, turns, standard stuff. Now another issue is the headlight on this. The user manual, at least so far, hasn't talked about it at all. And for some reason, I thought it was going to be an integral part of the bike, like powered by the battery. But it's not. It has a internal battery and an on-off switch. Obviously it mounts right here. I'm going to do that later because I can't wait to take this thing out for a ride. this is awesome. So far my take is super high quality. Everything went together really well. The instructions were good. It arrived undamaged. The tires seem like they need a little bit of air in them, but we're going to take this thing out for a ride right now. Okay, just took it out for a ride, actually two. Right out of the box, the battery just doesn't have a lot of juice, so I had to plug it in for an hour. I took it out again, and holy moly, wow, thing really takes off. I did have an issue with the back brake. The lever wasn't returning quickly. It's still a little slow, but it's a lot better than it was. And I think on my first ride, since when you pull this brake, I believe it shuts the motor off. It did on their other electric bikes. And then there's a sensor right down here that I believe is activating the brake light and also shutting the motor off. Anyways, I think that was my problem. One of the things the user manual doesn't talk about is how to adjust the brakes. Right now it doesn't seem to need to be adjusted a lot. The back brake is a little softer than the front brake, so I will want to have that adjusted. Other than that, I have to tell you, this thing goes. I was amazed. I went up one of the steeper hills. I live in Nevada City, California, and we are up in the mountains. So that's one of the reasons we really like our electric bikes. Right now, I've only ridden around the block a couple of times. This thing is amazing looking. The quality build is amazing. And the ride I just went on was holy moly, hang on. Read the manual about the controller. I'm sorry. The control panel. It's operated exclusively with these guys right here. So it's a combination of hold this one and this one to get it active, and then this one to do other things. You can set your speed. They can add a little more to the manual, adjusting the brakes, better description about how to use the control panel. But I think I'm going to figure that out pretty quick. Hey, listen, I'm going to let this thing charge up overnight, and I'm going to do another review. Thanks for watching.